Today, I'm taking the famous Caledonian Sleeper train in the best first class cabin, from the Highlands of Scotland all the way down to London. This trip will take over 12 hours, and you'll be joining me every step of the way. From trying traditional Scottish cuisine in the dining car, yes, that means haggis and black pudding, to relaxing in my double sleeper cabin, which even has its own ensuite shower. Let's pick up my journey in sunny Inverness on a mild spring evening to embark on this epic journey. Well, hello there and good evening from Scotland, and we're going to be taking today the Caledonian Sleeper service all the way over to London Euston Station. But given I flew up this afternoon, I'm early. And with the lounge closed for staffing reasons and not wanting to loiter around the station for a couple of hours, I'm going to head to the pub. I feel a delicious Scottish pint is in order. Right, well that was a wonderful place to go and kill a bit of time, but now it is time to go and actually get on board. I'm told you can board around 45 minutes before departure, so given that that is exactly what the case is now, let's go and check it out. Now, as you may know from following the channel, quite often I will go to some pretty amazing stations around the world. I cannot say the same about Inverness Station. But that's not the point. Today it's about the sleeper train experience, which I feel might be among the very best that I've tried to date. I'm not going to make the same mistake that I did back in Helsinki, where I thought I had to go and collect my ticket. Today I've got it digitally available just here, all ready to go. So with that said, head through the barriers, go and get on board. This seems very nice indeed. Welcome to my double sleeper room, obviously just for myself this evening, but first impressions are very good. We'll have a look at everything in just a moment. Let's just get settled in. There are actually only 3 double rooms available on the entire train. The rest is made up of bunk beds, the dining car, and of course economy seating. So one of the things I've got in my cabin is this, which is a key card. Now you need to set it up when you first get in. Let me show you. Apparently I'll tap it twice and then it's locked. Look at that. So what it now means is that my stuff's safe in there, so I can lock it knowing no one else is going to go in my room. On that note, let's go and grab some dinner. The Caledonian boasts this fantastic dining car, accessible by the whole train, but prioritised for the sleeper rooms. It's well laid out to accommodate both solo travellers and couples, but it was quiet this evening, so I'm offered a booth. Okay then, let's take a look at the menu. Now this I'm both impressed with, but also disappointed in, and I'll explain why. There's a solid selection of food, focused of course around Scottish cuisine. It is however not included in my frankly abhorrently priced room. More on this in a minute. As I place my order, as if by cue, we depart Inverness Station, bound for London. This to me comes heaped with excitement and anticipation of what is to come on our journey. So what did I order? I'm going for a personal Scottish favourite, haggis. To those vegetarians, look away now. I'm sure many Scots will agree with me, haggis tastes wonderful, but when you know what it is, it may change your enjoyment. To follow my main, I went for another Scottish favourite, whiskey. And yes, I know already you're going to hate on me for having it with ice. It's just the way I like it. This went down beautifully, but to compliment, I thought I'd indulge in the rich milk chocolate torte. Idyllic. What's not idyllic is the near £30 cost, but we move on. Well, as we head back to my sleeper car, I have to say, I really enjoyed that. Yes, of course, you had to spend the additional money on it, but it was just a really, really tasty meal. Now one thing I'm just doing, and I don't quite know what I'm doing with my sink, but I don't really know where else there is to do it in here, is filling out my breakfast selection. Excuse, by the way, the noise, of course we are on a train. But basically what you do is you fill out what your options are, and then you hang it outside your room. However, the issue is I didn't notice that I had to do this, and it's meant to be outside your door of your room within 30 minutes of boarding. Now, of course, we're an hour into the journey, so let's see if I get my breakfast or not. And just before we take a look around my luxury room, it's time for a quick word from today's video sponsor, NordVPN. It goes without saying I travel a lot, using countless unsecured internet hotspots in airline lounges, hotels, and even bars. For years now, I've been using NordVPN to protect my privacy online. It's not just for privacy though, but to keep in contact with my friends and family back home in parts of the world where FaceTime and WhatsApp are blocked, such as in Dubai. With NordVPN, I can change my location back to the UK and continue to use these blocked services unrestricted. NordVPN also have a threat protection feature, protecting you from malicious websites, malware, and intrusive ads. If you don't use a VPN to protect your privacy at home or when you travel, right now you can get yourself an exclusive deal. Go to nordvpn.com/TrekTrendy to get a 2-year plan plus 1 month free with a huge discount. Remember, this comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Thanks again to NordVPN for making this video possible. I think it's time to have a proper look around this room and see what you get in a double room on a train. This really is a unique sleeper product. Most around the world are just single beds, or indeed bunks. For example, my recent trip on a Thai train through the jungle. Spoiler, this is coming soon. Back in Scotland and my double room, it really does feel a world apart to the competition. Luxuries such as multiple USB charging ports, fully adjustable air conditioning, mineral water, and a whole host of complimentary goodies left on my bed. Oh, the door just opened. Cool. There is a hidden desk that comes out here. I think is a great touch. And obviously you've got to sit here to kind of use it, but still, it's half decent. Obviously you've got your rubbish bin or trash bin to my American friends. Some towels which we'll be using shortly. And of course the sink here. Mine's this detritus, that's from my dinner. The train got pretty noisy here, so I'll voice this bit over. I'm overall very impressed and can't wait to try out the luxury mattress and hotel quality Egyptian cotton bedding. I did, however, get the shock of my life when a train pulled up alongside and I was exposed to the Glasgow commuter service. Thankfully, I was decent. Shortly thereafter, the train seems to stop for a prolonged period. Let's go and investigate. So, welcome to Perth. Obviously still in Scotland. Thought I'd just get a little bit of fresh air and stretch the legs. Yeah, I don't know how long we're stopped here for. I would imagine very briefly. I'm not going too far off the train because I do not want to get left in Perth, and it's not the sunny one either, is it? Let's get back on. Well, I'm not sure about you, but I make it bedtime. So, what's the deal with bedtime on the Caledonian Sleeper train? Obviously they don't provide pyjamas because it would be crazy for them to do so. That's not quite first class on the plane. So I thought I'd bring my own. There is, however, a few things that they do provide. Got a Journey of a Nighttime sleep kit. So that's earplugs and an eye mask and some body wash. So that'll be what we'll use when I have a shower in the morning. And then there's this, which includes... This I thought was a really good touch. The amenity kit provides full-size bath amenities for you to take home with you. Anyway, let me go and get changed. Well, welcome to my... That doesn't shut very well. Welcome to my tiny little bathroom. Yeah. Anyway, let's change into these. Well, here we go. Out of these, into my PJs. Perfect. And also, I have only just realised, I've still got my Timbs on. Let's boot those off. after unknowingly obstructing an area with my Tims, let's utilise that in-room sink, boarding school vibes here, and hop into bed. This, after all, is the ultimate test of a sleeper train. Will I get a good night's sleep? Let's do my favourite part of my job and sleep.
The next day.
Oh, good morning. I guess the question is, how did I sleep? I slept well, but you have to remember, I went to bed at probably midnight, and it's just after 6 AM now. I had a wake-up call. I mean, the bed is comfortable, but the railways in the UK are very different to the railways in Europe. They're a lot bumpier. With that said, it's time to get up and see what the day has in store for us. Let's see what it's like outside. As we wind through the English countryside and before I grab some breakfast, I think it's time to try out my shower. You've seen already the ensuite bathroom, but did you know it's also a shower? Well, here we go. Here goes nothing. I think first of all I actually need to get out of this, so unlike a lot of the reviews I read online, thankfully my shower has hot water, but as you've seen, it splutters the water out, which isn't the most enjoyable. Anyway, feeling somewhat fresher, let's get my clothes back on. Oh, and not forgetting those Tims, of course. I'm not sure about you, but I am starved. Let's go and get some breakfast. Now for the moment of truth. Did my brekkie order go through, or will I be hungry? It's worth mentioning that unlike dinner, breakfast is included in your ticket price. I'm relieved to find that my order did indeed go through, and I'm promptly served a fresh coffee. Sadly, no espresso machine in sight, so just a filter coffee, but I'm used to these on the airlines. It's hard to beat getting your morning caffeine hit whilst watching the world go by like this. It's not long before my order is here. I went for the Scottish breakfast, which includes another delicacy, black pudding. In case you're not familiar, here's what black pudding is. I'm not really a fan of it, if I'm perfectly honest. I think it's time to go and check out the rest of the train. That's right, it's time to take a look at coach. Laid out in a 1-2 config, I can't say I'd rush to spend a night in here. For a 4 to 5 hour trip during the day though, I think this would be more than comfortable. There's ample legroom, complete with an adjustable footrest. There's a USB and power outlet, and of course a tray table. Let me know down below, could you do an overnight here? It's that time for the loo review. Let's check it out. The communal loo is clean yet utilitarian, not too dissimilar to an airline lav. Certainly above average for a train though. Anyway, with that, let's totter back to my cabin. It's time to get my bags packed. London is calling. I spend the last 20 minutes or so looking out the window, watching the big smoke draw closer and closer. Right, so there we have it. Welcome to London Euston Station. Goodbye Caledonian Double, and hello Euston Station. Well, there we go then. Welcome to London. Thank you so much for coming along on this epic adventure across almost the entire length of the United Kingdom. It was really interesting to experience the Caledonian Sleeper, and I hope you've enjoyed the experience with me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all again next week. In a closing note, I thought I'd also mention the cost here. It was a lot. Given dinner is not inclusive, the solo use of the room set me back £405, which is roughly $530. Anyway, thanks once again, and do let me know what you think in the comments down below.